you're working to become a professional golfer. You like understand, Jake. I've been trying to pick up golf for the longest, and I'm just a bigger guy. I can't swing the club. So you tell me, inspiring to be a professional golfer. How did that come about?
Well, I mean, it was actually probably my main sport in the sense that, I remember right before I went blind at the age of 12, I had kind of almost set a goal for myself that I wanted to take golf seriously and just see how far I could take it. I was a pretty good golfer at the age of 12, but then obviously I lost my sight, and I became a 12-year-old who was pretty good at golf to a 12-year-old who literally can't make contact with one anymore. And I soon learned that golf's a hard sport, but it is harder when you can't see the ball. It's a little no secret in this universe, but it was it was a lot of practice to get to just where I was when I could see, and then obviously advancing past that. But it's a game where it's repetition and muscle memory. My dad lines me up out there, and it's a really challenging game, obviously, but it's fun, man. It's different every time you go out there, and it's honestly probably what trained my mind, in my opinion, to long snap as well. Just because when I came upon the long snapping position in high school, it was like, okay, I do this with golf in the same sense that it's the same swing, it's the same tempo, feel. Let's just apply that to now snapping the ball 8 or 15 yards.
We're joined now by Jake Olson, USC long snapper. Look, Jake, I'm fascinated by this because, look, snapping, I've been around snappers, long snappers throughout my career when I was in college and in the NFL. I know how much snapping you guys do all day long, and, you can knock an apple off the top of a tree if you needed to. But I'm fascinated in this golf situation in terms of when you go out to the course, like, kind of walk me through it. Are you with the caddy? Does a caddy set you up? Tell me what goes into a round of golf when Jake Olson plays.
Yeah, so my dad's primarily out there. He's my guy, and for pretty much full range shots, between a driver and a pitching wedge, full pitching wedge, it's pretty much just caddy golf conversation in the sense where it's picking a distance, talking, if the wind's in your face or behind you, if it's uphill or downhill, all that kind of selection is just normal. And the only difference is, he'll get behind kind of my club, grab the face of the club, make sure it's the ball squarely in the face, and the face is towards target, and I'll take my stance, and then he pretty much backs up, and then from there it's just my swing. From a short game standpoint, where it gets a little more, I guess there's a little more of a discussion in the sense that if it's, say, a 20-yard chip, there's now a discussion of, okay, what does this look like? Am I dealing with 15 yards of rough and 5 yards of green, or 12 yards of green and 8 yards of rough? Is it uphill? Am I do we want to kind of bump and run it or fly to the pin? With putts, I will actually walk every putt to kind of get the exact distance, and then also feel obviously if it's uphill or downhill. So if it's 20-foot putt, then I know, hey, I got to probably treat this more like a 24-foot putt, and just all feel at that point. Just kind of so many times I've been able to go out there and practice, what a 20-foot putt feels like, or what a 13-yard bump and run chip feels like, and it's just kind of repeating that over and over again.
Jake, what's your lowest score? Just so I know. What you got?
My lowest score is a 78 on 18, but I'm hoping to break that pretty soon.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.